And welcome back to Hannity now. All week in our Hannity investigation, Ainsley Earhart has been looking into the disturbing reports that dozens of veterans died while waiting for treatment at a Phoenix VA hospital. Well, tonight, after our week-long series, we have several updates to tell you about. Now, for starters, last night we learned that 3 employees at this very Phoenix VA have now been placed on administrative leave in light of these allegations. And the chairman of the House Committee on Veterans Affairs, Florida Congressman Jeff Miller, is also taking action. In a letter to the VA secretary, he warned that if he does not get answers to his inquiry about this matter by next week, he will move to have subpoenas issued to get the information. And probably the best news we got all week came from one of the families that Ainsley introduced us to. Now, Joe Darling called our team of producers and told them that after our story about her husband Dan aired on our show, well, they got a phone call from the VA and they have an appointment scheduled for next week. By the way, they were waiting for months and months and months for that appointment. Now, with all that in mind, we now have Ainsley's final installment from her reporting in Arizona, where she had victims meet at a local restaurant to share their stories.
We're all here, unfortunately, because you've all been affected by the VA hospital, and you've all told me your stories, and you feel like the VA hospital's let you all down. Sally, you're the one that has gotten us all together. What do you want to see done now?
All these people that are affected by what the VA did, they need to be saluted and cared for the rest of their life, and they need the perfect care, is what I want.
Debbie, I see you shaking your head yes. Your husband died a month ago.
Yes.
We don't want him to die in vain.
No, that's right.
What's the message to the VA, to the government?
Get it together. You know, give these people appointments, timely appointments. This is a time-sensitive problem, and we don't want to be stuck at home with no appointments and having the cancer inside of us growing. We need to have medical attention and not neglect.
William, you're a veteran. This is your son behind you.
Yes, it is.
He was injured fighting for our country, and the VA hospital, he says, has let him down.
I come from a family of servicemen. My father was a disabled veteran. I'm a disabled veteran. My son is a disabled veteran. I've seen the care that these men have received in the VA facility here in Phoenix, and it's unacceptable. That's the bottom line.
Teddy, your dad's not here to stand in this panel and to stand next to you. You're here fighting for him and making sure his death is not in vain.
Exactly.
What's your message?
He believed in the VA because he was a serviceman, so VAs are for veterans and servicemen, and that's the way he wanted it. And it's just not right that people should be just taking care of the vets, you know, better than they are. You know,
They're so important. It's okay for them to go to war. It's okay for our children to die for this country, but it's so not okay for them to be treated like animals. It really isn't.
Connie can relate. Connie, what's your message for the government? You have a chance. The government's watching.
I just wish that they would take responsibility and accountability for their staff, for what they do. I don't believe they should falsify records or even, you know, doctor it up just so they can get, you know, their bonus at the end of the year, because they're taking the money away from our vets. Our vets need that money to go to them.
When are we going to learn the lessons, and when are we going to put the proper protocols in place? We have to evaluate each conflict individually, because advancements in war change. That means the injuries change, and we have to be proactive instead of reactive. We are systematically reactive, and we should not wait another 20 years and make another generation of veterans suffer in their homes and quietly die before we figure it out.
That's my boy.
I know you're proud of him.
Of course I'm proud of him.
Tony, you've been through a lot. You're still young, you're in your 40s, but you have the younger generation that's still having problems with the VA.
You know, like it is, when people have, you know, major acute problems, it should be impeccable and timely care for every single person that goes there. And there's just no other way to put it.
Right.
I think what needs to be done is Congress needs to get off of their butt and appoint someone that knows how to run a business instead of somebody that just donated a lot of money to your campaign. And that's the way I feel.
We tend to suffer in silence.
Yes.
You know,
Sure
we
do.
we serve because it's our duty. It's our calling. We did this because not out of money or any other motivation. We did it because we have a love of what we do and of our calling and our brothers and sisters in arms.
In our country.
After we're done, we have a belief that we're going to get taken care of, but if we're not, we're going to suffer together just as we did before. So they're running up against that. That's why there's not a lot said about it.
There are over 20 million veterans in the United States of America. They need to stand up for their rights and get a hold of somebody like yourself.
What they deserve.
What they
and
deserve is right.
demand what they deserve.